You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa. A woman is in serious condition after being pinned under a school bus in Oceanside. Police say the woman was struck while pushing a toddler in a carriage across Long Beach Road this afternoon. First responders used airbags to lift the bus off the victim, who they say was the boy's nanny. The child, though, was not hurt. And a 60-year-old has been sentenced on a murder charge for a deadly shooting. Raymond Lyons killed Luis Cameron Rimmer Hernandez in 2021. Today, though, the judge sentenced Lyons to 12 years to life. The victim's mother believes the punishment threatens the community's safety.
We have a lifelong sentence of heartache and pain and grief. And he has a sentence of 12 years to life. Telling any juvenile that's 14 that it's okay to go and execute somebody for no reason, and you won't even get the maximum sentence.
Lyons was 14 years old at the time of the shooting. And a new second precinct in Nassau is one step closer to becoming a reality. A groundbreaking for the new building was held today in Woodbury. Fire destroyed the old precinct headquarters nearly a year ago.
You are now going to get a state-of-the-art police facility that will, one, greet the public as they come through the door, our victims, but on the back end of it, the investigations will be top shelf, and we will continue to lower crime in Nassau County.
Here's that old precinct right there on your screen for you. You can see the damage. That's right after the fire. Now, the old two-story building will be demolished. The new building will cost roughly $21 million. In Hungary, LIRR riders are still waiting for food options to return at Penn Station and Grand Central Madison. Alfonso Castillo has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
If you're a Long Island commuter looking to get a bite or a drink at either of the Long Island Railroad's two Manhattan terminals, your options are pretty limited. 4 years after all the shops and restaurants in the LIRR's Penn Station concourse closed for renovations, commuters continue to go hungry. Although signs started going up more than a year ago announcing the imminent return of several eateries, only one has opened so far.
When you're hungry and you're waiting for your train, or if you're delayed, it was very convenient. If something was open, you could grab something, but there isn't now, so.
I'm gonna get a soda also.
And things aren't much better at the LIRR's new Manhattan terminal, Grand Central Madison. 9 months after it opened, the only dining options are a half-dozen coffee and snack kiosks spread throughout the station.
It would be nice to have some more options available. There really isn't too much. Just I see like a coffee, some candy bars. It would be nice if they brought some things, and even if there were some kosher options too, that would be really lovely.
MTA officials said they plan on opening a cafe and bar near the Grand Central Madison waiting room sometime next year. It could take longer than that for the first restaurants to move into the new station. Back at Penn Station, starving commuters got a little bit of relief when Playa Bowls opened in July.
It's been pretty busy. Commuters are happy that we're here, grabbing a bite to eat real quick.
Cecil Sarpy ducked into the new business to grab a smoothie on his way to work, but said he often looks for something more substantial before catching a train.
If you're partying in the city on a Friday night, you're back at the train station, what do you look for? What's your go-to?
Probably, depending on if I don't want to be hungover, some pizza.
If you go just upstairs from Grand Central Madison, obviously there are plenty of dining choices in the food hall, and they just opened a few new restaurants, and a couple more are on the way, starting construction this fall. I, for one, can't wait that long. For Newsday TV, I'm Alfonso Castillo.
Now, to read more about this story, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Stony Brook's head football coach will not return next season. The school says Chuck Priori helped lead the team to multiple playoffs, but this year they finished 0-10. Ouch. Priori has been with the school for 18 years. Stony Brook says it will begin the search for its next head coach immediately. And Billy Joel's final residency show is sold out just like the rest of them. All of the Hicksville Rays singer's 150 shows have been sellouts. The Garden says his residency has sold nearly 2 million seats. Tickets, though, are still available on the secondary market. Good luck. All right, let's take a look at your Long Island weather. It's going to be cold tonight with temps in the high 30s. Yuck. But tomorrow is going to be a little bit warmer with temps in the 50s. Taking a look at it now, you can see we got 46, 50, 49, clouds overhead, but better than rain.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated.
One South Shore community has a new approach to fighting rising sea levels. Sherry Einhorn explains the managed retreat in a story you'll see only in Newsday.
You can see why people want to live here. It's absolutely beautiful.
Mastic Beach has some breathtaking views of Long Island's South Shore. But homeowners here have also suffered from devastating floods. The hamlet was hit hard by Superstorm Sandy, and experts say with rising sea levels, flooding is likely to be more frequent and more severe, threatening the environment and the neighborhood.
So the only way to protect the habitat, protect native species, and to reduce flooding to local residents is to restore the salt marsh habitat back to what it used to look like 100 years ago.
That project covers 147 acres, has a price tag of $15 million, and is expected to take about 5 years. In the meantime, the town of Brookhaven is taking more immediate action to combat overdevelopment and hopefully along with it, some of the flooding. This is Dahlia Drive.
We've taken down hundreds of homes, whether it be New York Rising, working with post-Sandy homes, the buyouts, decrepit homes left by banks, the whole gamut of reasons why. We've made a very good effort here in this area, and it's paid off.
Town officials say the goal of the program is to basically turn back time and let Mother Nature reclaim lots like this one that used to be developed with houses. That would provide a natural barrier during heavy storms, high tides, and flooding, all of which sounds great to Mark Greek, who just moved here to Mastic Beach 3 years ago.
So I'm not too educated on the science of it all, but if somebody that gets paid a lot more than I do thinks this is a good idea, I guess that might be worth it.
In Mastic Beach, I'm Sherry Einhorn for Newsday TV.
Now, to read more about the retreat plan, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
High School Sports is sponsored by PC Richard & Son.
I'm Carissa Kelman. The championship matchups are set in high school football. We begin with Bayport Blue Point hosting Mount Sinai in Suffolk's Division 4. Bayport Blue Point quarterback Macklin Kaiser led his team to a big win. He completed 4 of 7 passes for 125 yards and 2 touchdowns, including this one to Trey Tomasone. Kaiser also rushed for 125 yards and 2 scores. The Mustangs did get on the board late with this fourth quarter rushing touchdown, but Bayport Blue Point took this one 35-7.
All season we ground and pound, not running the ball as much, but I thought this game we opened up our playbook a lot more. A lot of teams didn't see us pass the ball at all. So, I mean, I think it opened up our playbook a lot more, passing the ball.
In Suffolk's Division 3 semifinal playoff, I was there as Kyle Messina starred on both sides of the ball to help Sayville beat Half Hollow Hills West.
Sayville wasted no time scoring on the opening possession when running back Kyle Messina used this 2-yard run to get the Golden Flashes on the board. Hills West wanted to answer, but when a 4th and 10 pass fell incomplete, Sayville takes over at the Colts 25. 5 plays later, it's Messina again barreling into the end zone to make it 14-0. This time, the Colts will convert. Velarde finds Anthony Rayo for a 60-yard touchdown pass on 4th and 5. Rayo sprints past the secondary to make it 14-7 with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Sayville then extends its lead with this short Jake Triptree rush. But shutting down Velarde and crew is a tall task, and Michael Red won't let this one get away. Velarde finishes off this drive with this touchdown run to make it a 1-score game. Messina scores his third touchdown to make it 28-14. The Golden Flashes then threaten to extend the lead when Triptree rushes 25 yards to the Colts 2, but Filardi strips the ball from his grip for a critical turnover with 2 minutes left in the half. And then you're going to want to watch this a few times. Filardi, throwing from his own end zone, fires a pass to Rayo, but the ball goes out of his hands and into the hands of defensive back Luke Hansen for a 2-yard pick six and a 35-14 halftime lead. Filardi opens the third quarter with a 67-yard touchdown pass to Rayo, but Sayville QB Jake Triptree has time for his own moves in the pocket. This final strike will widen the gap to 42-21. Filardi scores one last touchdown and breaks his final record of the season, finishing with 44 touchdown passes, the most of a Long Island quarterback in a season.
We only have 3 seniors on defense, so it is a lot of young guys. Very fast defense, which helps against fast teams.
I feel like we could do anything with this group of kids if we just stick together and play team defense.
Top-seeded Sayville, the defending Division III champs, who are also undefeated, will meet East Islip in the final at Stony Brook University Friday. For more on these teams and more exclusive local sports stories, go to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
When you're covering the courts, it's paramount that you get your information from a trusted source. I feel that at Newsday here, we're documenting Long Island history every single day.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Buffa. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll leave you now with a look at your 7-day forecast.